Pay attention here, guys. Look at this matchmaking time. Look at this matchmaking time. Let's see here. I actually go into the menu, and I don't even notice. I am already in a lobby. I joined a multiplayer lobby in 3 seconds. And this is the first time I can say this. This is the first time I can say this since Black Ops 4. Man, and I mean it here. I enjoyed myself playing a Call of Duty match. Hell has frozen over. So this is the reduced SBMM playlist. In actuality, it is none. And I'll explain what I mean later. I'm not kidding there, by the way. It is none. But I'm going to give you guys some old school kind of data, I guess, to back this up, okay? It's none. I'm going to explain in a bit, but this immediately feels like how Call of Duty should be. Just immediately. Like, it's night and day. And you can probably tell in this gameplay, like, there is downtime. There is a variety of weapons. I did get sniped point blank. Do you know how many times I have seen a sniper in, like, max SBMM lobbies? Now, I haven't played Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2022 Electric Boogaloo with Dorban Time. I've not played it extensively since then. Guys, you never saw anything but the meta weapons. And you know that's a fact if you are up there as well, okay? So here I am. I'm in this match. I found it quickly. I am allowed to be rusty. I am allowed to learn the map. My stupid fucking 6-year-old skill-based matchmaking data does not carry over except in the team balancing. I cannot believe it. I'll check the ping later. You are going to be shocked. Compare this, by the way, to my first upload in a regular, like, skill-based matchmaking EOMM lobby, where I get put on a server in Bangladesh. And I honestly believe that higher skill bracket players just get worse servers anyway. That's why there was so much packet loss and bullshit. You're not going to notice any packet burst in this match. I had to watch it back. I could not believe it. I don't think I've played a single match in, like, years where I have not had packet burst. This feels like a completely different game. I'm gonna stop yapping and actually review the game because I can now. I'm in awe, okay? So let's just get right on into the meat and potatoes because I have 6 years of stuff I want to get off my chest. So let me actually give you guys a first impressions video where I can actually play the game. So let me talk about the reduced SBMM claim here and how I don't think there's any at all. There may be that super protected bracket where, like, people that are literally disabled, they're, you know, half blind, like legally blind, maybe deaf, maybe they have one arm or whatever. Those people may be in a special bracket. I don't know. However, from what I can tell, based on matchmaking time alone, there is essentially no matchmaking whatsoever as far as skill goes. I'm sure there is still team balancing as far as, like, in the lobby or whatever, and that's how it was in the old Call of Duty days. As far as I can tell, just based on that 3-second matchmaking time alone, I don't think you guys understand how big of a deal that is. Not to mention the fact that I'm in a lobby with all sorts of levels, okay? All sorts of levels, because the open beta is now. And I'm going to show you what it's like to search in the normal playlist. Just compare these two. Compare what you saw at the beginning to this. So we're going to search in the regular mosh pit or whatever, and already you can see that matchmaking is taking much longer, significantly longer. If we look at the top there, we can see that I'm also going to go out of my ideal ping range, which again, it just should never fucking happen. So we're going to keep going here. A good 25 seconds to matchmake, which is kind of quick for Call of Duty standards, but as you can see from the lobby here, it is filled with max level sweat lords, while I have team Billy Goat 57 on my end. Now, I'm going to ask you something right here. Why in the fuck would I ever want to play that? Why would anyone ever want to play that? It takes 10 times longer to matchmake. My connection would end up being 150 millisecond ping with 13% packet loss, like I showed you in my initial first impressions video of the beta. This is night and day. And I've said this before, I will give them credit when they do something right. This is the right way to go. From what I can tell, there's just no skill-based matchmaking. And here is how I'm proving that. I'll explain. Blink and you will miss how fast this matchmaking is. This is from Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. You probably already missed it. There you go. Like 2 seconds, if that. There simply is no time to match based on skill in that 3-second window I showed you initially. That's how it was in the old days. And then, you know, if it's like the old days, again, you join a lobby. If you're playing solo and you have a high MMR, you'll get put on the team with worse players. And this is a necessary evil. It's how XDefiant's matchmaking works, which I will show you a gameplay after this one because I only got one match on this beta. I didn't want to ruin my good experience. I could not believe it. But the point is that matchmaking should always be this way, lightning fast, basically no skill consideration, and then when you're in the lobby balance the teams. That's just how it should be. That's what works. And one of the biggest problems with this stupid fucking matchmaking system is they still have that in play. Lobby balancing has never changed or left, but there's still skill-based matchmaking. So you get the worst of both worlds. If you are a solo player, I am not kidding, if you are a solo player, the modern matchmaking EOMM, SBMM Call of Duty system makes the game literally unplayable. And I am not exaggerating there. So this game is going to come to an end. And look at this when I check my network settings. I cannot believe it. I am speechless after checking what my ping was in this particular match. 11 milliseconds. No packet loss. No packet burst. My bullets connected. I thought the map was pretty good. I had a chance to explore it. Seems like an old school kind of Treyarch map. Like maybe a Black Ops 4 map. I got to play the game. I didn't even do particularly well. It has nothing to do with that, and everything to do with the fact that I saw a variety of players, a variety of weapons. The game felt normal. I got to move and breathe and not carry mongoloids on my team against Team Moderate to Severe Acne, like I have for the past 6 years. I want to transition to an XDefiant gameplay. One, because I only played one match of the Black Ops 6 beta. I didn't want to ruin my good experience. I want to show you what matchmaking with no skill-based matchmaking looks like on that game. And it's the exact same thing as what you just saw. And look, we're already done. 5 seconds. Pretty much the exact same thing. They flat out just took it out. This reduced stuff, people were getting on me for saying, it's reduced, it's not removed. Motherfucker, I tested it just now. I'm pretty sure it's removed. I'm 99% sure it's just gone. Maybe there is a special needs bracket down at the very bottom. That's fine. So guys, this is probably the most positive commentary I have made in some time. What do I think of Black Ops 7? My first impressions of it. Now that I got to play it without manipulation and terrible matchmaking and no SBMM, it's okay. Pretty good. Decent. I need to delve deeper, of course, but it feels like a video game. It feels like a shooter, and don't get me wrong, Call of Duty's problems, all the stuff I have been covering all year long with Black Ops 6, I basically did not cover skill-based matchmaking whatsoever. In fact, that is just one problem on a laundry list of issues Call of Duty needs to fix. But I will say this. This is a step, a leap, a jump, in the right direction. Unfortunately, though, this commentary can't be all positive. It just cannot. With this matchmaking experience, it proves without a shadow of a doubt they fucking lied to our faces. Check this out right here. Modern Warzone tweeted about these changes. This is what Ping is King actually feels like. We've been getting gaslit for years. Ghost of Hope, prominent leaker, says it's only gaslighting if you believe them. Everybody can see in the videos of people queuing on old games, even to this day, how quick you can find a match. Modern Warzone says, it was obvious that Ping wasn't king, but I couldn't argue against a literal white paper while being taken serious by the people who matter. They literally pushed a lie in the form of scientific research to you. Do you guys realize how fucking disgusting that is? I'm gonna put that at the end of this video. I covered how this white paper, complete fabrication. I covered it when it dropped, and I will cover it again right now. But if you want to see like the full kind of initial response to it, it'll be at the end screen of this video. You can click it and watch it. I mean, they literally push this where connection, as the community will attest, Ping is king. Connection is the most critical and heavily weighted factor in the matchmaking process. Despite guys like Drifter and Exclusive Ace literally with scientific proof proving that wrong. Time to match is the second most critical thing. Despite me getting into a lobby in 3 seconds without this bullshit system in play. Like, you know what I mean? It's complete and utter bollocks. To reference my friends across the pond in the UK. Complete bollocks. And then they had the gall to say this. Call of Duty has historically considered player performance among other factors as part of our matchmaking process. Our work in this area dates back as early as Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Complete and utter gaslighting and lying. What I showed you on XDefiant and what I just showed you on Black Ops 7 in that playlist of all things is how it used to be. You match based on connection and how fast you can get into a lobby. Then once you're in there, that's when the skill matching happens. You are divided into teams based on your hidden skill rating, and that's it. That's how it's always been. It has never once been a problem until these fucking morons decided to try to fix what wasn't broken in the name of fooling little Timmy into thinking he is optic scump. And this was all in the name of selling shit to these fucking morons and making them think they are better than they were. They did this because loot boxes were basically bullied out of their games and they couldn't get little Timmy addicted to gambling, so why not lie to him and give everyone else a casino experience with engagement optimized matchmaking to push shit from the store on you? That is how it has been. And because of guys like me, Nero, Prime Pete, to a lesser extent, Exclusive Ace, Drifter, Modern Warzone, everyone who has spoken out against skill-based matchmaking, engagement-optimized matchmaking, and you guys are just a bigger reason as we got this playlist in Black Ops 7 as anything. You guys who are more, honestly, I've read my comment section on the last video where I covered this change. You guys are not buying it anymore. It is clear you are fed up. And this carries over to every content creator's comment section. It's wild. Go to Exclusive Aces, go to Marksman's. Everyone just does not trust this company, and you shouldn't. What I just showed you is why you should never trust anything from these motherfuckers until the people in charge get fired or canned, and we can verify it. But I haven't even covered the second fucking lie, which I've also made entire videos proving wrong, but it's about player retention. This is from that same official matchmaking blog they released with Modern Warfare 3. Our data, the data, shows that when lower skill players are consistently on the losing end, they are likely to quit matches in progress or stop playing altogether. By the way, real quick, let me interject here. The only time I see players really leaving is in high SBMM lobbies, upper skill bracket lobbies. Lower skill players are on a different planet. They rarely, if ever, leave. And that's just something I have noticed from testing on my main account and then my BillyGoat57 super low skill bracket account. That is something I immediately noticed and I jotted down and I took note of it. What they're saying just is not true. It's just not. They go on to say this has an effect on the player pool. A smaller player pool means wait times for matches increase and connections may not be as strong as they should be. This can compound over time to create a spiral effect. Eventually, when only high skilled players remain because lower skilled players have quit out of frustration, the result is an ecosystem that is worse overall for everyone. So let me ask you a question here to the person or the people involved in writing out this complete propaganda article that you proudly published and shoved in our faces like it was absolute fact. Let me ask you a question. What happens when not only do the higher skill players leave, but the content creators leave as well? Most of them I would consider higher skill players. So what happens when they leave out of frustration? What happens when the only people playing your game are ultra casuals that may have checked out the game on a free-to-play weekend or on sale or whatever? I will tell you exactly what happens. And it's not what they say in this particular study, quote unquote study. What happens is the casual players just kind of wallowing around like a Magikarp in an episode of Pokemon. As soon as they get bored of your game or get remotely better and notice that the matchmaking starts kicking their ass despite them improving, they are going to leave and play something else. If their favorite content creator that they watch on YouTube that covers Call of Duty stops playing it and starts covering Battlefield, well, little Timmy and BillyGoat57 are gonna hop on Battlefield. Whenever other people around them, all of their friends, stop playing, like mine have on Steam, by the way, whenever all of your friends stop playing a certain game, what are you going to do regardless of your skill level? You are going to quit the game because your friends have. You are going to join the herd. It's like they never thought about herd mentality. It's like that never entered their tiny little fucking pea brains for a second. When everywhere you go online is crapping on the game and its matchmaking system, and it's just universal. You can't go anywhere. By association, even the casuals will speak out against it. Herd mentality, let's look it up here. The tendency for people's behavior or beliefs to conform to those of the group to which they belong. And what better evidence of this by simply referencing good old Steam charts where we can see the hard data numbers. This is gonna shock you, by the way, but yesterday, this game could not break like 65,000 players. And all year long, consistently, year after year, they have bled players. But this year specifically, my God, it dipped down so bad. But then we compare it to today, after the word has gotten out, just the word, no advertising on Activision's end, no advertising for Black Ops 7 as far as this goes, just word of mouth from content creators, Reddit, forums, X, Blue Sky, whatever, dude, Facebook. Just look at this player count. Look at this player count. This is the highest player count they have had in months. Black Ops 7 with the open portion, and don't give me the whole it's open so they're gonna check it out. That might be true, but to this extent, no. They might spin it that way, don't believe them. They reached nearly 100,000 peak players because of the SBMM off playlist. Guys, I'm not sure where I stand here as far as Black Ops 7 goes. Truthfully, I am a bit conflicted. Ghost of Hope even had this to say. I have heard that the open matchmaking, aka no SBMM, is staying for the launch of Black Ops 7. Unclear if default or playlist, but that's the word on the street currently. No updates on non-disbanding lobbies yet. Here's the thing, and I will say this right hand to God, all right? The plan initially was to play Battlefield 6 this year and just talk about COD's problems as the year progresses. However, I will give them the benefit of the doubt if they make this the default. I don't want just a playlist. I do not want just a playlist. That is not good enough for me. It shouldn't be good enough for you. It shouldn't be good enough for anyone. I want this to be the default. If this isn't the default going forward with Black Ops 7 or any other Call of Duty for that matter, then I will not be purchasing your game. You will not get a penny from me. If, however, you have the stones to not only put this in your game, but maybe make a statement saying you were wrong and we were right. I know that's hard because you're all led by a bunch of fucking narcissists in suits, but that's the main thing. If you can implement this the right way, I will purchase Black Ops 7. I will play Black Ops 7. You won't be excused from all your other mess ups, all the other things wrong with your game. However, I will give it the time of day and give it a proper chance, a proper review. When I say I am checked out, guys, you saw it this past year with Black Ops 6. I couldn't even bring myself to reach the max level. To Prestige. I couldn't even bring myself to do it. Between the maps, I mean, if you want to go back and see all the problems still in the franchise, go back and watch my Black Ops 6 like first impressions review, which is about 22 minutes long, covering everything wrong with it. This is a step in the right direction. But if this is not in the full game, and by the way, do not pre-order Black Ops 7 because they could walk this back at any time, or they could change it for the full release or whatever. If they are transparent and do not lie to me and put this exact system in Black Ops 7, and it is the default. I don't want a playlist. I want this on the game. This is how it should be. You have me sold, and I will give it a chance. I still plan on playing Battlefield 6 more. My friends are personally still checked out of Call of Duty, even with this information, and are going to be playing Battlefield 6, so I will be playing that too. Goes back to that herd mentality thing. It's funny how that works, huh? In closing here, I just want people to tell the truth. I want to stop seeing so much lying. Some broccoli-haired fuck on Twitter, I ain't gonna censor his fucking name, he tweeted it out publicly, straight up lied. He said I took credit for this SBMM thing. In the video I posted yesterday, I said me, guys like me, my viewers, everyone who called this out, Battlefield 6 even, is responsible for this change. Me, guys like me, have caused this. You realize that, right? Not just me, though. Everyone who stood by me. Every one of my viewers who did not buy this tripe this year. Every one of my viewers that listened to me and didn't buy the Call of Duties that I warned them about previously. You know? Every one of the people that had the balls and the brains to say, no, I'm not doing this, are responsible for this change. Stop lying, you piece of shit. It's literally right there in the video. Like, I'm so tired of people just lying and then a bunch of mindless, brain-rotted, no-hose fucks that have trouble making eye contact with the motherfucker making their Chipotle burrito bowl so much that they have to spend an extra $15 door dashing it to their house lest they have an anxiety attack. I am sick of these stupid motherfuckers just saying whatever, despite it easily being fact-checked as not true. People are free to dislike me. I don't care, but don't fucking lie. That's disgusting. I definitely think I had a hand in raising awareness for it, as did all of you, but this is a group effort. It is us, the content creators, the people that don't sit there and gargle this game's balls while they jerk off to their anime waifu in a Discord call for 12 hours a day. Those people didn't help. We did. The plumbers in my comments section. The DoorDashers who keep these fuckers fed. The people that work hard for their money and maybe don't have a lot of time, don't want to come home and boot up the game and face Team Virginity and Pestilence And they just want to relax and maybe level some fucking guns. You know, that's all they want to do. I get that's a pretty intense rant there, but like, Jesus Christ, stop lying. Just stop lying. That's all I want you to do. All across the board. I'm out of time though, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. If you did enjoy, leave a like, rating, and subscribe and all that mess. Hit the notification bell. It's a good thing. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.